Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. This is a good one. Let's get to the intro. Welcome back to the channel, and if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. Man, I'm very humbled. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate it, right? Look, I seen a disturbing video, a video that made me just say, ugh, right? Makes you want to do something, kind of gets you in the boo-boo, right? Makes you want to do something to somebody. You have to rethink your situation. You got to reevaluate your whole situation, reevaluate, right? 1090 Jake, excuse me. Pretty popular content creator from Boston, right? Decided that he was going to go out of his way to make a video disrespecting Joshua, the homie Hangout, after he died, after he's passed, right? Now, look, let's keep it real here, man. Josh was definitely a part of the community of content creators in the prison genre, or whatever genre, whatever spin you want to put on it. He was definitely a factor, okay? He definitely made his mark. He definitely was someone who was very, very educated. And when you watch this content, you got diamonds all day long. He dropped jewels, right? And when Josh passed suddenly, there was a lot of controversy. There was a lot of people that made videos. There was a lot of people expressing condolences to him and as well as his family. There was a lot of people that probably were happy, unfortunately, that Josh was out of the way they said it, right? Because Josh was pretty known for exposing the riffraff, but also even more so than that, he exposing, if someone did a video, he would break it down in layman terms or sometimes in court terms. So if someone did a video or someone had a question regarding the courts, regarding the CDC, regarding prison, regarding gangs, that dude was educated, college educated, prison educated, street educated, and just a smart individual all the way around, right? And he would break it down so people could get a better understanding. Now, a little controversial in the content because there was some times where people felt that he took the initiative to expose someone that didn't ask for it. But isn't that the game? Isn't that what people do all the time? I mean, they try to do it to me every day, right? They're trying to break down everything you've done in life and expose you for who you are, whether you're a fraud or a real one or whatever. There's always someone out there searching. They're always out there looking, man. And Josh wasn't necessarily out there searching to hurt people's feelings or to break people down, but he was bringing truth and facts and consequences at the same time. Now, when you're a content creator, someone like 1090 Jake, someone who's pretty big, someone whose whole content, the whole get down is built around talking shit about people and destroying their lives or trying to or exposing them. Well, then when the shoe's on the other foot and it don't fit or it fits, so be it. Now, Josh did a video, it was a while back, about 1090 Jake, okay? And that was because 1090 Jake was telling a story about when he was slashed in prison, what happened, what were the ramifications, the repercussions, what led up to it, why it happened. And there was some controversy there. There was a lot of people that were saying that he actually did it to himself so that way he can go into protective custody because he was having some issues on the main line on GP. There's a lot of people that also were disagreeing with that point and saying that, it happened during a fight or an argument or a melee, whatever. You get cut, man. You go to prison, that's to be expected. There's going to be drama. There's going to be violence. That's what it is. Look, if someone tells me a story, I'm pretty well versed in prison politics and knowing what's going on to kind of see the bullshit. And if it's real, I'll keep it real. And if I don't know, I don't know. It's not none of my business anyways. If a guy's like, hey, I got cut right here during a fight, I'm like, damn, that's what's up, man. Now, if the scar is that thin and I can't see shit, well, then guess what? I'm going to question it like, damn, what'd they cut you with? A fucking butter knife, right? The backside of it, not even the sharp side. The smooth side is went and it just left the red mark there or what? For whatever reason, Joshua, homie Hangout, decided to do a video. Okay, and he kind of broke down the story that he knew, and it brought a lot of receipts, a lot of facts. 1090 Jake never questioned it, never made a video about it, never responded, never made a declaration, hey, that's bullshit, never did any of that until the other day. The other day, post-mortem, after Joshua has suddenly passed away, and it was, that right there was a big loss in the community. No doubt about it, man. Those that got to talk to Josh, got to kind of pick his brain and figure out the type of person he was. You realize, man, he was very educated and smart, but at the same time, he was a loving father. You know, he was a loving boyfriend or husband or whatever you want to call it. You know, whatever relationship he had with his woman was his own. And he was all around, man, just a good person who just chose to jump into the ring doing his content, and that was his content. Can no one ever sit here and say that Josh didn't know what the hell he was talking about or that he didn't have receipts? You know, when he passed, man, that hurt. That definitely hurt. It kind of changed my whole rhythm, what I had going on, right? But even more so than that, with all the controversy and all the people utilizing his death to talk shit or to make videos or to disrespect is just too much. That I actually stepped away from the homie Hangouts, the whole get down of what was going on. People were in my live mentioning his name and I didn't even speak on it. Not because I didn't like him, because I was like, man, I don't want to fuel that fire. I don't want to bring more attention to the drama and the bullshit. Let this man rest. This man has children, man, that watch YouTube, I'm sure, that want to see the legacy of their father in a good light. Let's shine a good light. Okay, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that when I first made my video, man, you know, I didn't put the facts out there that I was given. That's just the truth. But I immediately took it down upon the request of his family and his friends and said, you know what? I'm not even going to speak on it too much anymore because his death is his death and his only, right? And I want to celebrate his life and celebrate his legacy and celebrate his YouTube channel and celebrate all the facts and the receipts that he brought us. If you notice, man, now people are coming out of the woodworks like 1090 Jake, right? That now all of a sudden he has something to say and he wants to disrespect Rascal, the homie Hangout, because Rascal can't defend himself. But I'm going to tell you guys a little thing. See, I had a lot of conversations with Rascal. We used to talk, not on the daily, but we talked periodically, maybe once a week, twice a week. Whenever we can get a hold of each other. We were both busy men with our children and doing our thing, right? But when we did talk, we talked for hours at a time, and it was great conversations. And there was a lot of information back and forth in those conversations. And a lot of the times, it wasn't even about YouTube or content creation. Usually, it was just about our families and our friends and what we had going on in life in general, things like that, man. That's how you build a friendship. Not only talking about business, but talking about real, right? And so we would do that. And I remember asking him, hey, what's up with that 1090 Jake thing? I see you did a video. It was a good video, man. I seen that you put him on blast. Not that you put him on blast, but that he put himself on blast and you just kind of cleaned it up. One thing Josh was known notoriously for, right, was if you did a video and he knew otherwise, he would break that boy down. Boop, 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 right? He'd break it. Beep, 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 beep. Josh was breaking shit down. My nose itches. I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting some money or maybe I'm getting got for some money. Either way, it itches. And so knowing that, we're talking one day and I asked him, hey, what's up with that dude 1090 Jake? Because I don't really know too much about 1090 Jake. I know he's a content creator. I know he got famous for getting beat up by that fucking weirdo Pino. I know that his whole basis of his content is about exposing these rappers, always brothers, man, always black dudes. And he kind of gets a pass, I guess, because he was a blood. Oh, Paru, I guess. He was a Florida blood or a Boston blood or a fucking whatever he was. Blood, right? I don't know. I know the brothers over here, the bloods over here don't claim that cat. But he seems to go on like Vlad TV or No Jumper, all these different platforms. And it's always, hey, no, hell no, he's a rat. He's a rat. It's always rats, this, that. He always got something to say about somebody else. But then when he gets exposed or something gets put out there about him, all the time, that dude always just shrinks away or changes his content or doesn't say nothing or fucking comes up with an excuse. Whatever it is, he never did nothing wrong. I never heard nobody. Oh, no, you never fucking heard nobody. You always have someone else do it for you. Look, the truth is, that however, why ever he got on Rascal's radar, Rascal decided that that story that he told about getting cut wasn't facts. It wasn't what he said it was. And Rascal broke it down. Now, was Rascal in the wrong for going out of his way to break a story? No, because all content is good content. Just like 1090 Jake runs around and exposes fucking this rapper and this Cheeto who and that Cheeto who, and he does whatever he does. So Rascal's whole get down was, hey, if you're fraudulent, if you're fake, if you're telling a prison story, having lived that prison life, let me go ahead and break it down for you and explain why we call bullshit. And he called bullshit. Now, if 1090 Jake was any bit of a man and he felt any type of way about it, he could have easily picked up a phone, reached out, he got all the connections, got all the money and all the connections, right? Could have easily reached out, got a hold of Rascal. Rascal wasn't hard to find. His number wasn't hard to find. And asked him, hey, why'd you do this? What's going on? Whatever, right? To each his own. Or he could have did like other people do, like myself most of the time, and just let it go. Let it go. Go under some fucking tree, get some shade, and have some lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink, and just live and make money and take care of your family, right? But instead, what did 1090 Jake do? He waited until Rascal passed away recently, knowing that his family is going through the hardship of losing a father, a son, a loved one. And this dude took to the internet and chose to make a video basting and disrespect Rascal. I noticed that's a I notice people do that all the time. It's a cowardice ass move. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. When someone passes away, he should be off limits. That's it, bro. It's enough. Enough is enough. You know, the same thing happened when that dude, Savage Studio, passed away. There was a lot of people that kept their fucking boca shut, their mouth shut while he was doing what he was doing. You know, they didn't express their opinion, whether they liked him or not. They just kept it cordial, right? And then as soon as he passed, they want to piss on his grave. They want to talk shit about him. They want to disrespect him. Look, here's my thing. If you don't like someone, you don't like them. If you do, you do. To each their own, man. But what this dude 1090 Jake did, disrespecting Rascal, that's some straight up fakery ass bullshit, man. Why do you wait till that man passes away? Because you know that man can't clap back. There's no clap back Thursdays. There's no way for him to express back, to boomerang some shit, to tell you how he feels. Instead, rather, this guy will talk shit because he knows this guy has no recourse, no reproach. He's gone, right? And it's unfortunate. And you do it while his family is still mourning. You do it while people that knew him, that loved him, that respected him, that thought whatever they thought about him, you do it in the midst of that. He hasn't even been dead a few months, man, and you're already disrespecting, you old fucking weirdo. 1090 Jake's on some weird shit, bro. Some cowardice. That's a cowardice act. Disrespecting a man that passed away a year and a half later after he made a video about you. You should have just expressed it while he was alive so you guys can do your thing or at least have a conversation. To me, it's just some sucker shit. I don't know if you guys seen the video. It's on 1090 Jake's channel, whatever his fucking channel's called. I don't know. I don't watch it like that. I've seen his channel before. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I don't know who he is. I've never met him personally, but personally, everything I've ever seen about him is some coward shit. This right here takes the cake. You're disrespecting someone who I talked to, someone who I considered a friend, man, someone who I know. And here's the cool part about it. Josh was known for keeping one in the chamber, meaning if you disrespected him or you had something to say, he always had some receipts or some paperwork or something in the cuts to back up how he was going to come back at you. He wasn't an argumentative type person that liked to argue, but he did like to debate, right? We did that plenty of times on the phone. If I thought something about the system that he didn't agree with, he didn't yell and scream and take to the internet and disrespect. He's like, nah, bro, this is what I think. I said, but I don't think this. But, well, I think this. And we agreed to disagree because at the end of the day, man, we cared more about our family, cared more about the friendship that we were developing and all that, regardless of the past. You know, here's another thing I wanted to say. Since we're on this subject of people disrespecting, I got a lot of hate, man, when it comes to Rascal, man. A lot of people disrespected me. Whatever, right? I'll take it because I don't want to carry on that burden or that bullshit. But I'll say this. Oh, Gunner, you used to disrespect Rascal. We both disrespected each other when we did that. But like grown men, we were able to tap in on that phone. We were able to realize that there was other people fueling that fire. We were able to realize amongst each other, man, wow, bro, you really are smarter than I thought. Damn, bro, you really are not like I thought. Damn, bro. And if you notice, and I know people begged Rascal every single day. I watched his lives. I watched his content. There wasn't one video that he made where someone didn't say, hey, expose Gunner, get paperwork on Gunner, expose Gunner. Did you ever see him do that? Never. You want to know why? Because we were friends, and even more so than that, there's nothing to be fucking thrown out there. We're just chilling, doing our thing. Believe me, if he felt some type of way, he would have felt some type of way. And that's just a fucking fact. Okay? He talked about who he talked about and did the videos he did. And immediately people fucking just, you know, they, oh man, all Rascal does is do this. He exposed Jake John's Big Boys paperwork. Oh, he exposed that. He exposed this. Look, he didn't expose nothing. What he merely did was what was out there, break it down for you so you could understand it better. If he felt that there was paperwork thrown around where people were like, oh, this fool's a rat or this, he would break it down to show you, no, that's not the case. Or if someone was saying, no, I'm not, and he was going to show this is the case. Like the little Toro shit with the whole SA allegations, right? He broke that down and let us know it's pura, 10-5 a key. He did that, right? Look, 1090 Jake's a piece of shit, a straight up coward. Look, I don't know this guy, but what he did, I take it as disrespect, and other people do as well, I'm sure. You can't just run around and talk about someone, man, after they pass away because you feel safe now. Because, you know, anything that you have in the closet or in the cuts can be exposed by that individual. Because let's face it, man, there's a lot of people that are breathing a sigh of relief that Rascal passed, and it's unfortunate. I'm not. I wish he was still here. I wish I could still pick up that phone when he called. But that's not the case. But I'm still going to defend his honor and his name. Regardless of what people think about me, I'm still going to do that. Because that was a solid dude right there, man. That was a good person. That was a person that would reach out, man, and educate you. They always say strive for more education. He was an educator, a maestro, a teacher. He taught people a lot of shit they didn't know. Now, if you didn't like him for whatever reason, keep your fucking mouth shut, man. The man's dead. Let his family mourn. Let him rest in peace. Stop disrespecting that man. 1090J got all the money in the world, got all the clout, disrespecting rappers and 2 Chainz and these guys and that guy, and then wants to come back after fucking Rascal passes and disrespect his honor and his name. What a fucking piece of shit coward. 1090J. That's a coward move, bro. You're safe now, huh? Or are you? One never knows, does one. One thing I do know for sure, man, is that was beneath even you. Oh, getting fucking beat up by Pino. I can't believe you got beat up by Pino, bro. You guys were in that motherfucker like fighting like that in the middle of the street, like 2 stupid asses. Look, this is the real shit right here. If you think Rascal didn't have one in the chamber, there's people that are watching this video that'll tell you, that talk to him just like I did. Man, he had something for you, 1090 Jake. He was just waiting on you to come back and say something so he could break it on down. But obviously, man, he's passed away now, so he never got that opportunity. So let's do this, 1090 Jake. And I'm asking, man, as a favor, you don't know me, I don't know you, but I'm asking as a favor and as a friend of Rascal, man, as someone that's going to defend his name, period, right? We're going to keep that, the homie hangout pushing, man. We're moving in excellence right here. That's for reals. No cloud chasing, just fucking for reals, right? I owe him, at the very least, this is what I owe him. At the very fucking least, right? Why don't you shut the fuck up, bro? Before somewhere, somehow, man, the little things that he had in the cuts come to surface, right? Just do your thing and stop disrespecting a dead man, man, that had a lot of loved ones and a lot of people that cared for him, man. It's crazy. This internet shit is nuts, man. And I'm not even talking about you. I'm just saying, man, people sure got nuts and they get brave behind voice changers, behind masks, behind distance, behind computers, you know, and all of a sudden they talk all that high power shit. But look, at 99% of the time when they see you, is, oh, that's just the internet. That's just YouTube, man. Stop your coward ass moves. Anyways, 1090 Jake did that. He disrespected Rascal, man. And for that, I'm never going to watch another one of your videos, bro. I'm never going to support the bullshit. Because it is a lot of bullshit. Look, I don't care if 1090 Jake told. I don't care if 1090 Jake was in the main line or PC. Like, he's so fucking trying to go so hard to prove it to everyone that he was mainline status. Bro, we're on the streets. I don't give a fuck about none of that. However you rocked, you rocked. I ain't fucking with you, so it don't matter. And I know a lot of people feel the same way about me. Gunner, you weren't on GP. Hey, man, I was wherever they put me, and I did my thing wherever I get put. That's just it. I'm a grown man. I'm on the streets. I'm living. People say, are you active in my kids? I'm actively going to their dance routines and their plays and the PTA meetings. All that's the only thing I'm doing. I'm not a gang member. I let that go. I grew up. I didn't fall off. I fell into life. I fell into paying bills. I fell into working. Josh was doing the same damn thing. It doesn't matter how you parole, it matters how you stroll, man. He was doing the right thing for his family the best he could, and I'm doing the best I can. And you got people like 1090 Jake that want to tear that shit down when someone can't clap back. Well, guess what, 1090 Jake? Fuck you. That's just it, man. And I'm out, man. I got to defend the homeboy Rascal's honor. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. Now, go ahead, trolls. Make your videos. Talk your shit. But at the end of the day, man, I don't see any of you defending the homie against this slanderous ass piece of shit ass character 1090 Jake and what he said about the homie after he died. Instead, you'll make a video saying, oh, Gunner's just milking it. Guess what? Milk that. Bang, bang, man. This video is sponsored by Vario Liquor out there in Central California, man. The Valle. Go to Turlock, California and tap in with Vario Liquors. Go get you something cold to drink. That cool, refreshing drink.